Hi there, Alicia here, and I want to say thank you for coming to my channel where I'm talking about all things boudoir, books, and being 40 and single and what life is like. And I want to know, would you get the strap? Would you get the strap? Because I have a story for you that involves a strap. And this is a Sapphic love story, but it's not just any Sapphic love story. It's actually one where we have three gorgeous people. So let's get into it. This is Straps and Sparkles by Karmen Lee. And I'm going to tell you, when I first read the cover, I was like, you know what? I'm here for it because it's funny. And I know this is a holiday short and it's all about July 4th. Now, this story begins with a young lady named Riley, who is a kindergarten teacher. Shout out to all the kindergarten teachers and the bodily fluids that you have to deal with every day. Riley has a big crush on her best friend's sister. And with that, she has kept it, close to her chest because she feels like she is just too much, from her clothes to what she wears on her ears, what she wears on her feet. She's been told that she's always been too much for the people that she's dated in the past, including her most recent girlfriend. And so she's like, I know that I'm not her type. So I'm just going to keep it cute. But when she goes to her best friend's house, and her best friend now owns this house with her sister, guess who opens the door and is like, you're so beautiful. You're so pretty. And she is kind of taken aback, like, okay. And she realized that, maybe I have a shot. But then, dun, 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 the girlfriend comes in and she's like, oh, maybe I don't have a shot. And her best friend is telling her, like, just chill, just, be in the moment. Don't worry about anything else. Now, what's interesting about this is that Quinn and Riley, who is her best friend's sister, right? They are in a relationship, but they're in an open relationship. They realize that, monogamy is cute, it's for us. And when they lived in a big city, they would be, they would have an open relationship, but they would bring women back into their home because they were like, we love each other, but we don't love each other enough to commit because there's something missing, something in between us that needs to be there to kind of like hold us together. And so now that they're in a small town, they're like, we can't really go out and play the field like that because, them tongues be wagging. But they see something in Riley. And Riley is like, I don't know if this is something for me, but I'm definitely open and willing to explore. And explore they do. Yes, they do, right in that damn house. Now, I'm not going to give it away because it's a novella. But what I will say is that I appreciated that Riley had two sides to her. Because for one side, she was like this very prim. I won't say prim. She was a kindergarten teacher. So she's light, airy, bubbly. And then in the bedroom, she was like, I am going to tell you what I want you to do, and you better do it, and you better do it now. So to have that duality of her like going back and forth, I love that because even in the story, she doubted herself because she's like, maybe I am too much. Maybe this is me, but I'm just not good enough for anybody else. And I love how Quinn and Ella kind of brought her back from that and were like, no, you are just enough and more than enough for both of us. And so to see them to kind of bring her into what they'd already established, I thought was beautiful. And I also loved her best friend because her best friend was like, listen, you may be my sister, but if you hurt this one, fisticuffs. Fisticuffs, and I'm telling the family. I'm telling the family, and they're gonna be mad. And no, we live in the same house, but I'm telling everybody that you a buster. So I appreciated it. Again, this is a novella. It was short, but for me, I love Karmen Lee's work. I love it because one, this was not one of the ones where she like gave me like the emotions. This was really one where it was like, this is nice, this is sweet. And I love the range that she has when she's writing these stories about these women that you don't necessarily get to see if you're not in community with them. So I appreciate that. As always, if you like her books and you want me to read something else within this Sapphic space, let me know. I'm always open to read recommendations. Let me know what you think I should read next. You can get this book on Kindle Unlimited, but make sure you give the girls their coins because they are doing some phenomenal good work and we want to support them. And you are your longest and most expensive relationship. Any money or time that you spend on being your favorite version of yourself is never money or time wasted. And let me know if you have any other Sapphic recommendations, because I'm always open to reading about everything and anything. And Karmen Lee just happens to be my current fave when it comes to Sapphic love stories. But if you have another author, put it in the comments. I would love to know any recommendations that you have. Until next time.